Hello everybody, and welcome to the Morrill Memorial Library in Norwood, Massachusetts. Today we're going to be talking about how to get started using Libby. We have another video about how to use Overdrive. The name of the service is Overdrive, and then they have an app called Libby. If you think you're going to be reading ebooks and audiobooks and magazines on your phone or your tablet, we really recommend using Libby. It's a really great user experience, and it's built to be used on your mobile device to be taken on the go. Now, I am going to be using Libby on my desktop computer today, and you're welcome to visit this website yourself just to test it out. But the reason I'm using my computer is so I can record what I'm doing and give you a really similar experience to what you would be seeing on your mobile device. So this is assuming that you have already gone into your App Store, whether that's the Apple App Store or your Android Play Store, and downloaded the Libby app. Right now there is not a Libby app for Kindle Fire, although if you want to use it on the browser on your Kindle Fire, that technically works as well. So really this is for Android devices and Apple devices right now. Okay, so you've downloaded the Libby app, and it's a very cute icon. That's our Libby. And that's how you know you got the right one. It's called Libby by Overdrive. And this is the first screen that you see. It's a nice welcome screen. So make sure you have your library card number handy, as well as your email address. And yes, we do have a library card. Okay. If you already have Libby set up somewhere else, you can copy from other device. We can search for a library, or we can let it guess our library. I just don't happen to be near the Norwood Library right now, so I'm going to search. And you're going to search for Morrill. Believe it or not, there is more than one Morrill library, but we're Minuteman right here. Let's see what it looks like if we search for Norwood instead. There are an awful lot of Norwoods in the United States, so make sure you qualify that with a nope, doesn't like that at all. So let's go back to searching for Morrill. Oh, look at that. There's even another Morrill Memorial Library up in Vermont. But we are Minuteman. Okay, great. So this is assuming that you are a Norwood Library patron. You're going to click the top link here. If you don't yet have a library card, you can get one. All right. It says username or card number. I recommend just use your card number to keep everything straight. In case we have to help you at some point in the future, it'll be just a little more consistent if you're using your library card number. Okay, and now it's going to want your password. If you aren't sure about what your password is, feel free to check in with us. We have a ref chat feature on our website, norwoodlibrary.org, and you can reach out there to us for help. And I'm also going to put together another video to show you how to reset the password yourself. But for right now, I do know the password, so let's sign in. Aha, here we are. That's us. And if you've watched the Overdrive video, this is going to look mighty familiar to you. It does direct you over to the catalog to start searching for ebooks. Couple big differences though. Your search for a book feature gets moved up to the top of the page. That menu that we're used to seeing on the Overdrive catalog is now hidden in Preferences and Explore. A menu that we'll get to in just a minute is the Libby menu at the top right-hand side. Now, there are two main areas to the Libby app, which is Library, that's where you're going to search for new materials, and Shelf, which is where you see what you already have checked out. Let's go look at our shelf. And right now I don't have anything to check out. If I did, things would appear on my shelf here. So let's go search the library. Okay. I'll just give you a little quick look here. This looks a lot different from the other Overdrive catalog. We have to scroll down quite a ways before we find different subjects to browse. And there's a lot to explore here, so I'll let you explore that on your own. Now here's something that's a really nice feature. If you are a cutting edge reader and you want to find something new, you can search new materials. Now, word to the wise, just because it's new doesn't mean it's available right now. You might have to put a hold on something, but if you don't mind putting a few holds on things and waiting for those to come in while you check something else out, then this is a good thing to explore. Popular and available now. So available books, that's going to be ebooks, and available audiobooks is stuff we can listen to. So let's go look at that. Now isn't this so cool? You get a tally of all of the titles that we have access to. That's fun. So I'm just going to pick one. Let's go with City of Girls. That one is pretty popular right now. We can see about how long it is. It's unabridged. And if this looks good to you, then go ahead and borrow this. And remember, before we did see this information on the Overdrive search, it's just in a different place. You can see that Minuteman has 19 copies, and 2 of them are available to borrow. So let's go ahead and borrow that. Here, remember, I set my borrowing limit to be 21 days as my fallback position, and it remembered that, even though I'm on the Libby app now. However, if you want to set yourself a challenge and give yourself a shorter borrowing period, you have at it. I'm going to stick with 21 days and borrow this title. Now, I am on my computer, like I said, so I can start listening to it right now, or I can go look at my shelf, or I can get back to searching. If I was on my mobile device, there would be an option to download. Since I'm on my computer, I cannot download this, but if you're on your mobile device, you have the option to download, and that's really great because you can take your reading material with you on the go. So let's go back to searching. I'm going to get just 1 or 2 more things on my shelf. Now look at us back here searching for things. We can see that City of Girls is on my loan shelf. Now I've always wanted to listen to the first book in Harry Potter, so I want to go ahead and grab this. And it doesn't say there's any specific number of copies because right now Harry Potter's publishing house is allowing everybody to check out the first book as many times and many copies as they want. So we have unlimited copies for the month of April. So let's borrow that as well. Okay. Now let's go look at our shelf. I want to show you what it looks like now that we have a couple things checked out. And sure enough, there they are. Now, what if I made a mistake? Oh, shoot, I don't have time to read City of Girls after all. You can click Manage Loan. You can see exactly when we checked it out. And we can return early. Now, I actually see one person is waiting, and that appeals to my conscience. I'm going to go ahead and return it early because I want to spread the reading joy here. And this is just kind of cute. I don't know why. I really like the bouquet that they give you at the end of finishing a book. Makes you feel good. All right. So you can return things early. Now, I want to show you a top tip. Okay. Now, if you were reading Libby on more than one device, maybe on your tablet and on your smartphone, you can synchronize Shelf, and that's going to kind of catch you up to the same reading point for all your devices. Also, this is kind of just Libby's way of saying refresh. You would find your holds over here. We don't have any holds right now. You can also see what you've recently returned. And sure enough, there is City of Girls. Let's go look at our Libby menu. And this Libby menu up at the top right-hand side of your screen, that's where you're going to find help features. And there's a lot to learn here. I like this Learn Libby feature because it gives you really nice little how-to videos and lots of top tips for how to be a super user of the Libby app. You're not going to believe all the cool things this app can do for you. It's really fun. I want to show you one cool thing before we go. I'll let you explore the Learn Libby section on your own. Here we are, Minuteman Library Network. That's us. We are very lucky in that all of the library networks across Massachusetts are letting their patrons share ebooks and audiobooks through Overdrive. And here's how you do it. Okay, so there's Minuteman Library Network. That's us. But what about Boston? Now, just by searching for Boston, I can see the Boston Public Library, the Sales Network, the Clams Network, CW Mars, that's going to be Western Massachusetts, Old Colony Network, Merrimack. There are a lot of library networks here. Let's go ahead and choose Noble. That's going to be the north of Boston area. And look at that. You can search their catalog right there. Let's say, yep, we want to go ahead and add a card. I'm visiting from another library, and we are visiting from Minuteman, everybody. Use your same card number. Oh, that was right. And your same password. Now you can borrow from North of Boston Network. How cool is that? And you can just go ahead and add as many of those cards as you want to search. And when I click back on my Libby menu, it's got, since the last one I looked at was Noble, that's the one that it is going to go search if I decide to go to library. Now this is really great if you're searching Minuteman and you can't find the title you're looking for, they're all checked out, you can go search those other catalogs instead and go check it out over there. Every network sets its own borrowing rules. So just because you can borrow a book for 3 weeks in Minuteman doesn't mean you necessarily get 3 weeks over in the other networks. Everyone sets their own rules, so just be aware of that. But this is a really great way, if you strike out searching our catalog, you might be able to borrow that book from a different library network. Okay, I'm going to let you explore. Please get in touch with us if you have any questions. As I said, we do have a ref chat feature on our library website right now, and there's really great help features in the Libby app itself. Please reach out if you have any questions, and we're very happy to help. Have fun reading!